We have made some tweaks to the system and we are still unbeaten in the league. Can we go to the end of the season and remain unbeaten? And with 10 games left as every game passes, I am running out of brown trousers. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Elgin City, and if you're a first-time visitor, why not hit that subscribe button, click the bell and follow along with this wonderful save. But make sure you don your brown trousers because it is going to be a hell of a run-in. There are 10 games to go and we are still unbeaten in the league. We have played 26 games, we have 62 points and we are 14 points ahead of our nearest rival Stirling Albion, and we already have qualified for the playoffs. Boy, what a season this has been. And can we go the whole season unbeaten? The last time I can remember doing it was in FM23 with Norwich, and so it would be really cool to go the whole season unbeaten. But before we get into all the stuff today, let's go to Match of the Month. So let's go and have a look what's happened in the schedule since you were last here. And when you were here last, you saw us lose to Ayr United in the Challenge Cup semi-final, and then we played the same club, only this time away, in the Scottish Cup 5th round, and again we suffered a 2-1 defeat and Ayr United scored within the last 3 minutes. And it was a big blow because I thought we were going to get something out of that game. We played very, very well. But we bounced back and we followed that up with a 3-2 win against Stirling Albion away from home, which you just saw. And then we beat Stranraer by 2-1. We pretty much dominated the game, but the scoreline doesn't reflect how much we dominated. And then we played against Dumbarton and we beat Dumbarton by 4-0. And what that means in terms of the league is that we are 14 points clear of Stirling Albion. We are already in the playoffs. I want to win the title. I want to remain unbeaten. Can we do it? Who knows? The team has continued to play out of their skins, and we have 13 players still who are performing way above average. But again, if we look at the standout performer, it's got to be Kane Hester. What a remarkable season he's had. He now has played 36 games. He has 34 goals and 4 assists. And close behind him, Russell Dingwell with an average of 7.12, playing as the advance forward, sometimes now as an attacking midfield centre, as you will see. He has 11 goals and 4 assists. Jordan Critchley has 6 goals and 6 assists. And Harvey Henderson, the young lad, has 5 goals and 4 assists. Campbell Notley has also chipped in with 5 goals and 6 assists. And Daryl McCarty at centre-back he has 5 goals and 2 assists. It is a squad who are playing out of their skins at the moment. While we are in the squad page, the question was raised recently as to whether Rhys Thomas and Archie Thomas were related in some way, but the answer sadly is no. They have no relationship to each other, at least none that I can find in their profiles and in their history, so we have to accept that they are not related. But never mind, they are still good players and they are still playing very, very well, both of them, and we're very happy to have them at the club, related or not. Tactically, as I didn't think that things had gone very, very well during the month of January, and towards the end it looked to me like we were going into a patch of poor form, I decided it might be a good time to tweak the tactic a little bit. And what we've done is we have moved to a 4-4-2 diamond. It just means that we've pulled one out of midfield and put him up top as a shadow striker. It's changed the system a little bit, but not too much. We're still playing this low block, but we have changed a couple of things. We are playing now with a slightly higher tempo, and out of possession we are still playing the low block, but we are playing the trigger press more often. And as the players have got to know each other, I trust them a little bit more with the trigger press. We are also playing with a higher defensive line, but just for today against Bonnyrigg Rose, because they are a park the bus team who will look to break quickly, we've dropped the line to standard. And so we've made a couple of changes to the tactic, and that has enabled us to go on this run during February. I think it had a lot to do with our recovery at the end of February. And so I think this is now a good time to go and play Bonnyrigg Rose. And every game now is a big game as we attempt to keep our unbeaten record until the end of the season. And this game is going to be no different. It's going to be a very nervy affair. They are a very good side, even though they have fallen from grace recently and are only 8th in the league. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today in this big game against Bonnyrigg Rose is Hoban in goal, Gilhoody, McCarty, Anderson and Thomas in an unchanged back four. Draper, Notley, Cameron and Sopal comes in at attacking midfield, and Hester and Dingwell, of course, will play up front. And we are doing very, very well, and the board are saying that we are doing an unbelievable job, and the supporters are feeling the same way too. However, both sets are a bit disappointed about the way we performed in the cup against Ayr United, and I feel that's slightly unfair. They are 2 divisions ahead of us, and it is slightly unfair. But we should focus on today, and let's go out and try to beat Bonnyrigg Rose again and secure the 3 points, or at least even draw, so that our unbeaten run will continue. That's really what I'm interested in now, is maintaining this unbeaten run. And so, as the teams are warming up, I am starting to get slightly nervy again, and hopefully, we're not going to have another bad live performance as we've had in the past, and that we are going to get the 3 points here and secure the match. And we do have the first highlight, and here is Thomas. Rhys Thomas, who is no relation to Archie Thomas, and there's a lovely ball over the top, and Dingwell's in space, and Dingwell has made it 1-0 to Elgin. Perfect start. What a beautiful ball by Thomas, and Dingwell just blasted it past the goalkeeper. Lovely long ball. We are playing much quicker these days, and Dingwell, bang, 1-0 to Elgin. We are in front, and we are looking good. And so nothing much else has happened. It's just been that one shot, and we have made sure that we scored from that. We are 1-0 up. We are extending our lead constantly at the top of the league. It won't be long at this rate. If we keep winning, that we will win the title. And I wonder at what point we will win the title if we keep doing that. That's a poor cross by Bonnyrigg Rose. And here's Thomas again. Thomas, who looks in good form. And he plays it back all the way to Anderson. Don't dilly-dally at the back. We don't want any of that nonsense. And here is Thomas again. Looks inside plays it all the way back to the goalkeeper. I don't like it when the boys do this. I need them to get it up the field. They are a little bit confident at the moment, maybe too confident, and maybe complacency is an issue. But we have finally managed to get the ball up the top, and here is Dingwell. Dingwell's in again, and it is 2-0. We are 2-0 up. Bonnie Rigrose are being put away. And can we go the whole season unbeaten? This team is performing out of its skin. A long ball, Dingwell's control was perfect. Round the goalkeeper, into the back of the net. It's 2-0 to Elgin. What a team. What a performance again today. And Dingwell is the star of the show. And here we go again. McCarty's looking long. And there's a ball into the box. And that's a mistake. And we have scored again. It's Cameron has made it 3-0 within the first 13 minutes. We are romping away with this. Bonnie Rigrose are not in this game at all. 3-0. There's only 13 minutes played. We just need to now consolidate, make sure we don't do anything silly at the back. And Cameron has made it 3-0. I'd like Hester to get on the score sheet as well. It would be really cool if he could keep his run of form going. I do need to take... I just realised that I do have the match sounds on. So we'll turn the sounds off because I'm sure you don't want to see that as we continue to force our way forward. And I think I have ruined this now, but I'm going to play on. And I got too excited before the match and forgot that we had the match sounds on. But we will play on as it's 3-0 up. And hopefully that's not going to spoil anything for anyone. I do apologise for that. I just was not focused at all. I'm used to playing the game off camera with the sounds on, and it was just normal for me. But it is 3-0. 28 minutes are gone. We are still on the attack, and here is Sopel. Sopel finds Gilhooly. Gilhooly into the box. He finds Notley at the edge of the box. It comes back to Gilhooly. Sopel. Sopel is robbed, and Bonnie Rigrose can bring it away. And it's all the way back to the goalkeeper. He will probably look long, which he does. Can we win this ball back? And they are in space. Here come Bonnie Rigrose. Can Bonnie Rigrose get one back? They've hit the post. And we have given away a penalty. And I think that, oh boy, is this going to be one of those days where we go take a lead and then suddenly that lead gets taken away from us. We are playing cautiously. I don't want to go defensive as yet. And they have made it 3-1. It's Elgin City 3, Bonnie Rigrose 1. And I'm not going to go defensively yet. But is this a day where a 3-0 lead is going to be whittled away? Who knows? But that was really poor. But I can't bring the line back any further. I don't want to go any more defensive. We just need to keep playing the way that we have been, and we can win this match quite comfortably. And here is Hoban. Hoban finds Thomas. Thomas, he is going to look inside for Anderson. Anderson, and there's a through ball, and Sopel is through. Can Sopel do something? Sopel's in, and he's fired it over the bar when it was easier to score. We should be 4-1 up. It remains 3-1. And now we need to just hold on to half-time. I want to regroup at half-time. But Bonnie Rigrose are a dangerous team, even though they're currently in 8th. And I think I might go defensive towards half-time just to hold on to this for half-time. But here is Cameron. Cameron to Gilhooly. Gilhooly finds Dingwell. Dingwell, can he get a cross in? He's hard tackled. Is that a penalty? I think the referee is giving a penalty. We have got a penalty back. It's going to be Dingwell taking the penalty for his hat-trick. And we are 4-1 up. And now I think it's probably game over. 4-1 to Elgin. Dingwell with a hat-trick. And I wondered why Hester wasn't taking the penalty. But of course, Dingwell on a hat-trick was entitled to take that. And so it is now 4-1. Absolutely brilliant performance again. We don't need to do anything tactically now. We're winning this game quite comfortably. We do have a free kick. And I think it might be Cameron. No, it's Anderson over the ball. And Anderson, he's probably going to shoot from long range, so I don't feel very optimistic about this. Here is Anderson, and he curls it and clips the top of the crossbar. It remains Elgin 4, Bonnyrigg Rose 1. We've totally dominated the game, as you can see from the match momentum, and it's looking very, very good. Our record, I am so nervous every time we play. Our record, unbeaten record, is continuing, and Dingwell is in space. Dingwell is looking for Hester. Hester has made it 5-1 to Elgin. We are totally in control. Lovely to see Hester getting another one. This game is pretty much over now. And what a performance it has been this first half. 5-1. McCarty's long pass to Dingwell. Dingwell in space. And Dingwell's cross. Hester was not going to miss that. It is now Elgin City 5. Bonnyrigg Rose 1. And as we come up to the interval, we still have one more highlight to go. And here is Hoban. Hoban finds Thomas. Thomas. Again, they're dilly-dallying at the back, and I don't like that. Draper, now that's what we need to do. He's fired a long ball upfield, and Hester's got onto it. He's looking inside for Dingwell, and Dingwell has hit the crossbar. It does remain 5-1. We are absolutely trouncing them, and at half-time, I couldn't be happier. And as we go into the dressing room, I think it's time to say that we are really, really happy with how things are going. Although a number of players are looking complacent, so I think we might need to just make sure that doesn't happen. And so we are going to say it's important to remain focused and to tell them to keep going and to believe in themselves. And they can make a difference here. They are playing very, very well, but I don't want complacency. And as you can see, they are not tiring themselves out. This tactic is set up so that they don't get too tired, even though we're playing at a higher tempo. And this higher tempo is enabling us to blow teams away, as we did with the 4-0 victory last time. We are now leading by 5-1. It's working exceptionally well. We did need to make some changes. The changes have worked. But it is Bonnyrigg Rose. Bonnyrigg Rose trying to get it into the box. And they do have a chance. Can they get it into the box? And there's a cross. And they've hit the post. And we've managed to clear the ball. But they are bringing it back. They are dangerous at the edge of the area. But we've won it back. And Notley can tidy things up. So with 60 minutes gone, it might be time to make some changes, although we will wait a couple of minutes just to see if anything happens. Bonnyrigg Rose are making some substitutions, and maybe we do need to adjust our opposition instructions as they fire in a set piece and that header goes over the bar. And now I think it is time to go and make some changes. And so we have just made a couple of changes at the moment. We have brought Critchley on for Sopel, and we brought Thomas on for Draper. Both of those were not having the best of games, while all the others were performing out of their skins. So there's no need to panic at this point. We're just going to hopefully just play the ball around now. Don't mess about. And then break very, very quickly. And here is McCarty. I think I will tell McCarty to ease off the tackling as well at some point. He is on a yellow card, and that always does give me alarm bells. And here is Anderson. Anderson looking over the top, but it's well held up by Bonnyrigg Rose. And they are looking to counter from the back, but they forced into a long ball upfield. We've won the second ball, and here is Cameron, but he's robbed. And Bonnyrigg Rose are looking to counter. We might need to go on a defensive mentality. And Hester, though, finds Thomas. If we can get another one, we'll be totally in control. And here is Cameron. Cameron's through, and Cameron has got his second of the game. It is Elgin City 6, Bonnyrigg Rose 1. I wasn't expecting this today. I felt that Bonnyrigg Rose would give us a better game than they've given us. But we started the game in cautious. We've stayed all through the match in a cautious mentality, playing this low block, and we are 6-1 in front of Bonnyrigg Rose. This low block tactic, I think, is slightly overpowered, and I wonder if FM will actually address this when they do a few tweaks and we get a download coming up, because at the moment this is very overpowered, this tactic, and let's make a few more changes, shall we? And so we have made our final changes of the game. We do have Anderson, who is very tired, left, but we didn't have a centre-back that we could bring on for him. We're fairly safe at 6-1, and so I think we just need to see this game out now, and hopefully that's what we're going to do. It's been a fantastic performance again today. We have kept our unbeaten run going, and it does look like Stirling Albion have faltered again, and so we may have increased our lead at the top of the league. And that was nice work, everyone. Good job. And we have done fantastically there today. Elgin City 6, Bonnyrigg Rovers 1. Stirling Albion have faltered again. They've drawn 1-1 with Albion Rovers. It means we are now 16 points ahead at the top of the league. And if we look at the schedule and what is coming up, I think what we'll do is come back for the Forfar Athletic game. It's all league games at the moment coming up. And if we come back for the Forfar Athletic game, or maybe Albion Rovers, then it is possible that we will be in a position there to win the title. And that's it for this video. If you are new to the channel, subscribe and hit that bell so that you'll be notified when we upload future videos. Follow along as we attempt to go the whole season unbeaten here at Elgin. And so far, so good. So that's it. And all that remains to say from a very happy Elgin City is we will see you in the next episode.